Good evening, friends. Happy Thursday to all of you. So, friends, there's good news today. New summer stimulus checks have been approved. These new relief payments will be delivered one time and may be worth up to $2,000. But it's important to note that some Americans will have to take action in order to receive this extra relief money. Please make sure you watch until the end of this video for the exact details on this. I will also be giving away a $75 Walmart gift card 4 days a week. If you would like to enter the giveaways, please make sure you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chance of winning the giveaway.
Came home. Turns out there are 105 countries in the world that have higher gas prices than we do. And all of the developed countries that we compete with have higher gas prices than we do. And my only conclusion was that Joe Biden guy really gets around. If he's increasing gas prices in South Korea and Finland and Latvia. The other question I would have for Mr. Barrasso, Senator Barrasso, is gas prices have gone down 40 cents in about the last month. Is that the Biden administration? Does the Biden administration get to take credit for that, or do they only get blamed when they go up?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to address that issue. People are hurting in this country. People can't afford $5 a gallon gasoline. At that point, it's no longer how much does it cost to fill the tank. It's people saying, I can't afford to fill the tank. I have $100, I go to the gas station, I can't even get a fill up at that point. And as a result, the demand is down, not because of Joe Biden. The demand is down because people can't afford to fill their tank with gasoline. They can't afford $5 of gasoline. And in terms of people having their own opinion, everybody's entitled to that, but not their own facts. When I hear a member say we are at historically high production levels, I would have to point out that we are today 1 million barrels a day less production in the United States than we were in 2019 prior to the pandemic. So there is no credence to the idea that we are at historically high production. We are at historically high prices, and the American families are suffering.
With U.S. inflation racing ahead of worker wages, a growing number of Americans are taking on second jobs to make ends meet. Many individuals have already reined in spending where they can, while others have tapped their crisis savings to cover the rising costs of food, gas, rent, energy, and other necessities. While others have tapped their crisis savings to cover the rising costs of food, gas, rent, utilities, and many other necessities. Yet, the highest inflation in 40 years is weighing heavily on millions of U.S. households. According to a recent survey, 3/4 of middle-income Americans say they don't earn enough money to pay for the cost of living. As the crisis erupted in the U.S. in 2020, roughly 4% of employed individuals held multiple jobs in the U.S. New data from the St. Louis Federal Reserve has shown that by June of this year, that figure had jumped nearly a full percentage point. Although fewer people today are working multiple jobs, more Americans than ever hold 2 full-time jobs, amounting to more than 70 hours of work a week. In June, 426,000 people were working 2 full-time positions, compared to 308,000 in February 2020. Along with more workers experiencing financial distress, that trend also reflects a strong job market and robust employment opportunities in the U.S. The last time the U.S. suffered inflation this bad was in the 1980s. The economic emergency was seen as so dire that the Federal Reserve, which was then led by Paul Volcker, jacked up interest rates by as much as 3 percentage points. That's about 6 times the pace seen in more than a typical rate hiking cycle, where the Fed moves in 0.25 percentage point increments. Eventually, the U.S. central bank's main interest rate was some 5 percentage points over the inflation rate. Fed officials are worried about inflation, although several governors of the U.S. central bank have talked down the prospect of a 1 percentage point rate hike, expressing their preference for a 0.75 percentage point hike. To help ease the financial stress, many U.S. states are sending out new stimulus checks. According to CBS News, California residents are receiving up to $1,050 in stimulus checks to go towards inflation relief. The payments are part of Governor Newsom's $308 billion state budget. The state is also suspending its sales tax on diesel fuel and providing additional assistance to help people with rent and utility bills. Some families in Florida will also be receiving a one-time payment of $450 per child in an effort to assist families affected by rising inflation. The key word for today's video is Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below this keyword, which is Albuquerque, New Mexico, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you're also subscribed to my channel. Families do not need to apply to receive this relief. The check is expected to arrive to eligible families within the next week. Governor Jared Polis also announced that Colorado taxpayers will receive a check in the mail later this year, ahead of the November midterm election. Payments are expected to be at least $750 for single filers and $1,500 for couples. The state will refund the money to people who filed their tax returns by June 30th, 2022. Hawaii is also providing refunds to its taxpayers and their dependents. Governor David Ige's office also said his state's Department of Taxation anticipates that it will begin processing the refunds in late August 2022. Single taxpayers who earn less than $100,000 per year and couples who earn less than $200,000 will receive $300, and single taxpayers and couples who earn more than that will receive only $100. New Jersey also began mailing middle-class tax rebates to eligible residents on July 2nd. Those who filed a 2020 income tax return and claimed at least one dependent child with a balance of $1 or more will qualify for the tax rebate. The rebate amount is equal to the taxes paid after credits, up to a maximum amount of $500. Tax rebates will be issued as paper checks, separate from the income tax refund. Well, my great and fabulous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so very, very much for joining me here this Thursday evening. I truly appreciate all of you who are watching my videos daily. Please, friends, remember to stay tuned for the keywords and also for the video tomorrow, since I will be announcing a winner. Thank you so much, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed Thursday.